Extraterrestrial, like a extraterrestrial,
Doctor?
like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 like a extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 like a extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial.
Doctor?
Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 extraterrestrial.
Show, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing Talking Point Debunked. Talking Point Debunked. Now, keep in mind, links are located in the description. The links are located in the description. So, now you guys know I got this information from. Now you guys know what we're going to focus on. That way, nobody can say anything goofy about me regarding this. So, let's get started. 1 second. All right. Let's get ready to debunk all this nonsense. Now, what can we say about the STD race in Houston? Obviously, they're there, obviously, but well, like I mentioned earlier, when it comes to these narratives about Houston being the most affected, being the new Atlanta, I think I already knew off the bat, like without even doing the proper research, I already knew that was a lie, based off the information that was already given. Now, how did this conversation happen? Obviously, like I said, this is honestly something. This Anton's the first person I heard say this, and it kind of went from there. Not yesterday, excuse me. Tuesday, I was on Venus panel because we was reacting to This Might Be Risky when I appeared on it. regarding some other character that was being a little bit extra. Now, when I watched that, when I caught on the panel, somehow, some way, because they were trying to figure out where Hamp reside, and they found out he reside in Houston. Shout out to Fantasy Island Girl. That's my D. What's good? How you feeling? Yeah, shout out to Fantasy Island Girl. Obviously, guys, you guys know her, friend of the room. That was my first interview on the on 101. She's made a comment about Houston, like, ew, Houston disease, blah, 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 blah. I was like, relax, relax, relax. She kept on continuing. I was like, you know what, Fantasy, thank you. Now I know what my show's going to be about today. I originally had another show lined up. I'm going to push that back for the next 2 weeks. But we're going to go through these talking points about the STD narrative in Houston, Texas. We're going to see if there's some legitimacy to this, or does it need to be debunked. We're going to find out. Let's find this out together. All right. So, just like any other show, we need to know what we're talking about. Actually, I need to provide you guys the tools so you guys know where I'm coming from. What? So there's no confusion. We all know what STD stands for: sexual transmitted disease. Excuse me, an infection caused by bacteria, virus, or parasites forward through sexual contact. Again, an infection, whether it be that's caused by bacteria, viruses, or parasites, that is forward through the body through sexual contact. Now, we got that out the way. Here's another definition I need you guys to understand. Per capita. What does per capita mean? By or for each individual person, or by the head of each person. Meaning, um, when I'm talking, like for example, if I'm talking about black people, and we say per capita, we're talking like when they say black people has the highest crime rate in America by 50%. Yeah, that's a per capita argument. That is for me to have with black people. That is a black. That is a in-house issue to talk when we say per capita. That doesn't mean compare that to everybody else. Like, oh, look, they're white people are doing better because they have a low crime rate, not knowing that white people has a majority of the population of this country. So that means at 50%, like this is all arbitrary numbers, by the way, like the whole numbers I'm about to use. Like, let's say 50% of black people commit the most crimes, but that's 13% of the population, and we know that there is 47.2 million black people in this country. So off the top of my head, let me think. So it's what's that, 20, and then you got so that's 23.5. So actually uh 23.6. Okay. So what they're saying is per capita 23.6 black American commits the most crimes, not knowing that if that's the whole number, white people more commits that much crimes, or a lot more in the white community. It's just percentage wise, it comes down to 50% of all total numbers. See that's a per capita conversation. So once you figure that out, you there's no one that can come to me and say y'all commit 50% of the crimes. No, we commit, although we commit 50% of the crimes, that's still 23. That's still 23.6 million people that's committing a quote unquote crime. Although I like that arbitrary numbers compared to the white people who has committed just the same amount of crimes, if not more, but because they have a higher pool of population, the per capita for white people is a lot smaller compared to black people. So that's how people use these statistics against black people. Once you find out what per capita means and how it's utilized, you can destroy any argument that somebody try to bring towards you regarding crime rates. And it's not only crime rates; it can go for any statistics, stats, any labels, whatever. So that's what per capita means, per head, and that was the example. You can't use it. You can't. come to me with the black people and the crime rate, because I'm going to ask you what's the whole number, and what's the whole number for that other ethnicity or nationality of people. Then once you bring that into the conversation, that's where people's argument starts to get very weak around me. So I just wanted to point that out there. So, and with that being stated, oh, I need to let me delete this. Excuse me, and that. Excuse me, and I gotta delete that. Can you delete that right now, please? Thank you. Oh, and I can also delete that. All right. So, what are my ideologies? It's not changing. Christian, child of God, believer, God the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, same thing. Now, ooh, excuse me. So, now that we got that out the way, we'll get into the Bible verses in 1 second. We got a talking point that needs to be, that may or may not needs to be debunked. Let's be open. Let's keep an open ear about this, okay? Open mind, whatever the case may be. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Thank you, because I'm tired of people using these numbers against other people, especially against us, to try to hold us down. It's like, no, that's not how that works. See, when we have, it's honestly per capita argument, or it's for, like, regarding the example I just used, per capita is for people like me and you. That's for us to talk about. I don't go around outside of the community and say, 50%. Yeah, we got 50% of the crime rate. Yeah, we need to figure out how black people need to figure out. No, no, no. I'm not. That's none of their business. That's none. This is house business. This is me coming to you, me, other people, especially those in the space. Hey, y'all. Fuck what they talking about. 50%. We gotta fix this. 23.6 million. Let's fix this right now. Let's fix this in house. What do we do? That's per capita. It's for us. It's for us. And white people have their own per capita conversation. Latino people have their own per capita conversation. Asian people, everybody has their own per capita conversation. This is the rare time where I say certain people need to stay out of black people's business. This is the rare time you're gonna hear me say that. When it comes to per capita, that is a conversation for me and my people to have. It's not the world's business. So we're going to. So I appreciate the compliment on that, Dee. Thank you. Now let's get into this. Let's get into this debate. I mean, not debate. Let's get into this conversation. We'll get to the Bible verses later. We'll get to that momentarily. Let me put this down. All right, here we go. So, does the talking point need to be debunked? Let's see. Houston, Texas has experienced a significant increase in sexually transmitted diseases in recent years. Okay, that's fine. There are going to be some good years. There are going to be some bad years. So, okay, it happens. It happens everywhere. All right, no big deal. Okay, so let's continue. As of 2022, the city, Houston, ranks 58th in the United States for the highest STD rates. And, see. I know my ears might be shaking, and I know my memory might be missing. I know I read this correctly. Matter of fact, let's read this together so I know I'm not tripping. Because you guys got to make me work to debunk things. I didn't think I was going to do this at the gate. Let's read this together. As of 2022, the city ranks 58th in the United States for the highest STD rates. Excuse me.
You are stupid. You are stupid. And don't forget, you are stupid.
You mean to fucking tell me that the city of Houston that's getting all this flack is ranked number 58? Number 58. Ladies and gentlemen, here's some more information that a lot of people don't know. There's 102 major metropolitan cities in the United States of America. 52. Excuse me, 102. I will go far as to say maybe 108. Maybe. Divide that by 2, and we are not in the top 50%. We just debunked this talking point out the fucking gate. Out the fucking gate. You niggas like to run with fucking narratives that, okay, we need to finish. We need to finish. I need a challenge, ladies and gentlemen. Good. Do not use the word negative base. Let's continue. Cause holy yeah, just do 102 or 108 divided by 2. And they say, let me say this again. Where is it at? We are ranked number 58. That's not the top 50%. That is not the top 50%. So we out the motherfucking game. I'm sorry that I'm cussing. We just debunked that talking point. We literally just debunked that talking point. So, to you MFers that want to say Houston is one of the most nastiest plays or whatever goofy shit y'all saying, no more. This is for you.
Excuse my language. The fuck are you talking about? I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
You are stupid. You are stupid. And don't forget, you are stupid.
I am allergic to stupid shit. But we're gonna continue. Oh, you know what? No, damn this. I'm ready for the smoke. I don't got time for this goofy shit. I really don't got time for this goofy shit. Pace, boom. Yeah, please prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. I'm ready today. Y'all have me fucked up, but let's continue. Okay. Holy syphilis is, in particular, has seen a notable rise with new cases among women, increasing by 128%, and congenital syphilis cases rising ninefold since 2019. So, okay, let's see how this. Remember I said about per capita. Just keep that in mind. Now, let's see how this works. I want to make this as simplistic as possible. Let's do let's start with something simple. Let's do, like I said, all arbitrary numbers. Because I really honestly I'm gonna use some real numbers to prove to you guys this is stupid, but I'm gonna be simplistic as possible so everybody know where I'm coming from. So let's just say 50 women caught syphilis. All right, just throw that out there. Let's just arbitrary. Let's use the easy number. Let's use let's use 100. We know it's not 100. We know it's more, but let's use 100. In 2018, 100 women caught syphilis. In 2019, another 100 women caught syphilis. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a 100% increase. In 2020, another 100 people caught syphilis. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a 200% increase from 2018. See, that's how these numbers work. So when they say it increased by 128%, I need to see what the number was before that. So that way, at least since we know it raised by 100%, at least it doubled. But now it's going to be a little bit more. So I want to see the entire number. This is a per capita conversation. This is why you have to be careful when you guys read numbers. When you see these increases or decreases, context matters. I need to know what the number was prior and what the number is now. I already know. Here's one thing I do know: if it's 128%, more than double got syphilis. That one I do know. And as far as we'll get to the population of Houston real quick. And keep in mind the links are in the descriptions, so you guys can go look this up. So, but let's continue. While chlamydia cases have remained relatively stable, gonorrhea, syphilis cases have increased by 45% and 52% respectively. This is all this is all in the case of Houston. Another per capita argument. I believe this is including men and women combined. So about between 45 and 52%, they have increased totally. Like I said, let's go back to the 50. Let's go back to using the number 100. If there was a 45 to 50, if there was a 45% increase, like I said, 2018, and this is totality. 2018, 100 people caught syphilis, gonorrhea, and syphilis combined. That's 2018. 2019, 45 and 52% increase. That means an additional 45 people or 52 people caught gonorrhea and syphilis as new cases. So again, we're using that arbitrary number just so everybody can stay with me, because I know a lot of people, some people's gonna secretly watch this and try to break this down at whatever case. That's fine. So when they do all of this, you have to understand what is the whole number first. You have to get the full context, excuse me, of what they're talking about. So numbers like percentages don't scare me. It doesn't, because without context, you're not about to scare me with something without context. That's not happening. This is nothing. We just debunked that again. This is, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get into this momentarily. Where is it? Like I said, I already debunked this talking point right out the gate. You guys gonna context over content. I might have to make that into a shirt. Context over content. We just literally debunked the STD narrative in Houston, Texas. We're not saying Houston is absolved of having STDs. We're in America. It's gonna be out there. But to say Houston is ranked number 58 out of 102 metropolitan cities, or 108, ladies and gentlemen, we're not even in the top 50%. We're really not part of the conversations at all. We're not even the top top quarter, the top 10%. No, those are other cities. So to be intellectually dishonest, the things I've been seeing for these past months, several months, is wild. That is intellectually dishonest. Now, some people want to say, well, I'm not going to bring that up because she's technically a commentator, so I'm not. Why she said what she said that didn't bother me. I'm just glad she said it, because now I can get the show out the way. You guys want to furthermore debunk this talking point? That's right. Talking point officially debunked. This was like work. I cannot wait till I'm properly challenged on something. This was light work, ladies and gentlemen. So, you guys want to furthermore debunk this talking point? I'm gonna show you guys something. See, this number was the first thing that came to my mind. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're about to get into it right now. Right now. We're about to debunk this even further. Here's how I know this talking point of STDs in Houston was complete foolishness, or complete fallacy. I'm sorry, I don't want to use that word anymore. Does anybody want to guess the population of Houston? 2. Do you guys want to guess what the greater Houston population is? Like Pearland, Springs, Katy, all these other like sub cities that surrounding Houston, but they all share the same area code and same whatever. No, not that high, not that high. However, Houston is 2.3 million Houstonians. There are 2.3 million people in my city right now. And as far as the greater city, 6.2. So, by here, the rule of thumb, If you ever want me to engage in a conversation, obviously some topics I will have to make an exception for. But you guys want me to give any type of credibility to any conversation, especially when statistics is involved, I need at least 30%. I need at least 30% for me to actually entertain the conversation. Like for example, when they said the divorce rate went up to 30 point something, because it wasn't always 30%. When it went up to 30% recently, I said, okay, now this is worth the conversation. Now we got the conversation. But this right here, let's do it. 2.3 times 30 times one, in this case, million. Okay. So, okay, that's one number. Oh, yeah, this is going to hurt their feelings. They say, man, why are you doing this, Chris? Nah, because I believe in telling the truth. Yeah, I believe in telling the truth. And you can make content based off of the truth. You ain't got to bend it, you ain't got to twist it. So, let's do this. If you ever want to entertain this conversation of Houston being the most affected city or that type of stuff, look at the population first. Get the population of that city or whatever, and do 30% of that. Because rule of thumb in sales, ladies and gentlemen, when you get all these prospects, the rule of thumb is to convert or make sales to 30% of your list, so that way it's a good day. I got that from sales. Now, with this 2.3, I need between 2.3 million is in Houston and 6.2 million surrounding Houston or totality. I need 690. Let me actually write this down. I need 690, between 690,000 and 1.86 million population. There we go. If you want to substantiate your argument that Houston is the most affected city when it comes to STDs, gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes, blah blah blah, you need a total case of 690,000 minimum for Houston alone. If you want to talk about the greater Houston to um, try to look for ways to make your argument relevant, you need 1.86 million people to be affected. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you right now, like I said, the links are located in the description. You're not going to find anything that's going to say there's 690,000 people affected in Houston, Texas. That's how you furthermore debunk this talking point. Context over content. And I'm saying that as a content creator. Context over content. Whenever I'm finished with my this is the last week for my second class, and thank God I'm on a 5-week vacation. When I'm done with my deadlines today, I'm going to start making that shirt, because this is ridiculous. Intellectual dishonesty at its best, what people are displaying. And like I said, the links are located in the description. Or better yet, the link is located in the chat. If anybody wants to have a conversation, I know people are not going to, but I gotta put it out there. But it's right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward, when it comes to the STD race in Houston, Texas, the talking point has been debunked. We debunked it when we found out that Houston is only ranked number 58, and there's about 102 major metropolitan cities in the nation. And also keep in mind, I think Houston is probably the fifth largest city. Houston is the fifth largest city. But here's the thing. Now, some people can say, well, you use the word per capita. Yes, I did. I did use the word per capita, and I even give the definition of it. But even in the per capita conversation, we rank number 58. We're not even in the top 50%. So we're not part of this conversation at all. Yes, Houston is a growing, and Houston is a rising city, and a lot of people are coming in. That's where this narrative came from. They say, oh, we got to put something on Houston. We got to throw some narrative on Houston, because we all know people don't like to read. People don't like to educate themselves. So let's throw something out there. Let's let it fly. We debunk that. That was debunked. I explained to you how per capita worked for percentages wise. Get the whole number first for the full context. Then you notice these percentages don't scare you. Houston is 2.3 million people in the nation, in the city. So that means you need 690,000 um, cases, which we don't have. So the talking point has officially been debunked, ladies and gentlemen. If anybody wants to continue that narrative, just tell them that has already been debunked. Please share this to them and tell them I'm not that hard to find. And like I said, the link is dropped. Y'all more than welcome to pull up and debate me on that one. But like I said, the links are located in the description. So everything that stated has came from those links. You do your research, you figure that out. But that was another segment of Talking Point Debunk. Ladies and gentlemen,